Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF. Visit with your local ag retailer about 0% financing on all BASF crop protection, seed treatment, and Zetavo brands soybeans now through March 15th. Well, a senior agriculture department official lists some of the events in the ag economy and ag sector that he believes were notable in 2025.
When it comes to the ag sector and ag economy in 2025, according to USDA Chief Economist Seth Meyer,
there's been a lot of things this year that have affected the overall market. There's been a lot in the kind of the typical stuff that we talk about in terms of straight weather. There's been unusual events in terms of animal diseases, a lot of action on the trade front in terms of policy, other policies like ad hoc disaster assistance being rolled out in the last year and pending bridge payments to be provided in the new year, and a lot of the things that describe or influenced by the health of the ag sector as well.
Other notable news in agriculture in 2025, a new agriculture secretary, record crop production expected for U.S. corn and global wheat, tighter margins for crop growers, yet strong economic factors for livestock producers. I'm Ron Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
For only the second time in 2025, the overall rural Main Street Index climbed above a new growth neutral reading of 50. That's according to the monthly survey of bank CEOs in a rural 10-state region dependent on agriculture and energy. The December reading hit 50.1, its highest level since July 2025. When asked to identify the most effective policy changes to boost farm income, half of the bank CEOs named the reduction of farm tariffs and trade restrictions as the most effective or useful. Well, the 2026 American Farm Bureau Young Farmer and Rancher Leadership Conference is coming up.
Rooted in Resilience is the theme for the 2026 YF&R Conference, set for March 13th through the 16th in Portland, Oregon. Massachusetts farmer Ryan McKay is this year's YF&R chair and talked about what's coming up at this year's conference. He said attendees will get a lot out of this year's conference.
The conference features a strong lineup of breakout sessions, including topics such as leveraging AI to enhance farm and ranch operations. Also, we are offering a strong lineup of tours that highlight both the Portland area and agricultural operations in the Northwest.
Getting involved in advocacy as young farmers and ranchers is essential to the future success of U.S. agriculture,
because it ensures the next generation has a seat at the table in influencing policy, regulations, and public perceptions that will directly impact our long-term ability to farm. And I think the YF&R program gives us that seat at the table and the tools to grow.
Attendees can register for the conference at fb.org/event. Chad Smith, Washington.
The USDA is forecasting that the agricultural trade deficit will shrink in 2026 more than previously anticipated. AgriPulse said USDA expects the trade deficit to drop from $43.7 billion in fiscal year 2025 to $37 billion in fiscal 2026. During a previous report released in August, the USDA originally predicted a trade deficit of $41.5 billion this fiscal year. Driving the adjusted outlook are factors like larger than expected exports. The USDA's export prediction for FY 2026 is now $173 billion. That's up from a projected $169 billion back in August. The markets, they're next.
They didn't have skim milk for your coffee, so I just got formaldehyde.
Ugh, isn't that stuff in floor cleaner?
Pizza's here. Would you like cheese on that? Or how about a Crolian?
Oh, no, that's in bug spray.
Hi there, would you like to sample our new scent? Diethylene glycol.
Isn't that the stuff in antifreeze?
You wouldn't want to eat it, drink it, or even smell it, but that's exactly what's in your vapes. If you vape, quit. If you don't vape, don't start. For help, go to odh.ohio.gov/no-vapes. A message from the Ohio Department of Health.
Nearly 90% of farmers say that financial worries, constantly changing market conditions, and other uncontrollable variables take a toll on their mental well-being. Add in the weather and family dynamics, well, it's a lot to handle alone. But did you know farmers and their families can receive free confidential services from licensed professionals? Support is available 24/7 to help with the challenges you face. Look for Farm Family Wellness Alliance under the Resources tab at farmfoundation.org. Take care of yourself. Your well-being matters.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, March corn 442 1/4, down 7 3/4. May corn 450 3/4, down 7 1/2. January beans 1049 1/2, down 9 1/4. July wheat 537 1/4, down 5 1/4. At the Mercantile Exchange, December cattle 228.90. Down 92 cents. February hogs 84.47, down a nickel. March feeder cattle 341.67, up $1.25. This is the Ohio AgNet.